Hi, I just wanted to come and talk to you real quick about the Ultimate Reset and give you my best tips and tell you why I love it and hate it. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship, but it is like an amazing program. I am finishing up, I'm doing this for the second time right now. I'm finishing up my third week this week. So here is your book. This is like your Bible. It has all of your meals in it. And day by day, you have specific meals that you're eating for each day. Make sure that you read the beginning of your book. That's my number one tip, because while you're doing this, it's really important to understand the reason for everything in place during the reset. All of the supplements, why you drink water at a certain time, why, and everything like that. So make sure that you read the beginning of the book. That's super important. So, okay, here's your first week, and it lines up when you have your supplements, when you have your meals, and then day by day, it gives you your meals, right? So here's day one. It tells you your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner for each day. So, sorry about that. When I am planning mine out, if there's something on there, now my first or maybe second now tip is to make sure that you follow this plan to a T. Follow the meals, everything. Even if it's something that you think that you haven't tried, that you think that you might not like, try it anyway, because you might like it. That happened with me for a couple things. But there were things on here that I knew that I didn't like. Like I do not like miso soup at all. That's on a lot of them. I just left that out. I didn't even try to find a substitute, but you could have just broth, like a vegetable broth instead. There was some other things I don't like on here that I know like actually makes me gag. So what I did was look day by day and make a list. So here was my list for the weeks, right? I know it looks crazy, but this is so helpful because I just take the week and like this is my entire week. Like I'll carry this with me all the time so I know what I'm having when. It gives me the times and what supplements I'm taking, what meal I'm having, when to have the supplements and when to have which meal. So I just glance at this real quick and then see for the week rather than keep referencing the book. And these are really helpful. So this is how I have that set up. And then if there's a meal that I don't like, I go to the reset in a crunch, and that's in the back of the book. And I don't really suggest just doing the reset in a crunch. I suggest following the meals like it's laid out. And then here's the reset in a crunch. So it's lined up by phases here. So whatever phase you're in, if there's like phase one, there was a meal that I didn't like for dinner. So look on here, what are the dinners you could have for phase one? And then you choose one of these instead. So then I'll write that in my plan. So then check that out. Go when you're writing out on your list, on your plan, when you're writing out day two. And this took me less than 10 minutes to do. So it looks like it's complicated, but it's not. So here's day two. Loved all that. That was great. I write that all down. Day three, same thing. Liked all that. Day four, liked all that. Day five, there was something, or day six, there was something that I didn't like. So then I'll go to reset and a crunch again and check out the dinners and which one I can have instead. And I did that for all 3 weeks. And then I do not use the shopping list in the book. I don't like it. I will do the shopping list based on what I create for myself. And the first time I did, I used the shopping list on here. I spent a little bit more money and I didn't really use everything. So make sure that you fill out something like this and then make your shopping list accordingly after that. Never add, I'm trying to think of some more tips. Never add salt just to an individual glass. Add it to your gallon and just carry your gallon around with you. A quarter teaspoon of the mineralized. What else? Water, like as much as I've been drinking like 2 gallons a day, as much as you can, water. And tea is like super helpful. Of course, it has to be herbal and caffeine free. Sorry. But it's really like a nice little treat to have. And I've been icing mine. So if you're doing this in the summertime, you can ice the tea and it's like actually very refreshing. And other tips. Oh, for the microgreen salads, you're gonna probably have a lot of those. So what I did was I shredded all of my carrots like early instead of putting the salads all together because I didn't even have enough bowls. And I just had one bowl with all the shredded carrots, and then anytime I had like a leftover half of a pepper, I would throw it in that bowl, and then when I would need it, I just pull it out and, you know, disperse as I needed. So, good luck. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask me, but try to follow it as much as you possibly can. Make yourself the list. Check out the Reset and a Crunch. Make your grocery shopping list according to your plan. And then what I did, instead of meal prepping, trying to meal prep everything, because it's a lot of meal prep, especially the first week. It gets better as it goes on, but I just meal prep day by day. So at night, like tonight, I'll make sure that I have tomorrow's lunch, tonight's dinner, and tomorrow's lunch, and that's it. That's how I've been doing it. Instead of trying to do it all together, you can make like quinoa in advance and brown rice in advance when you're going into your new week, because now this is broken up into 3 weeks. Check. There's weekly prep tips. Check them, and then it'll tell you what you can make in advance. So good luck, and ask me if you have any questions.